Kicks 105.5. Craig Morgan. It's the only yacht club I'll ever be able to join, the Redneck Yacht Club. It is 7:48 on this. It's a beautiful morning today.
Absolutely.
See, your mic's on.
Just in time. Too.
No, I had pushed it before. I did it again just to make
Just
sure.
to make sure. That's good. That's good.
Yes.
Craig Morgan is incredibly short, by the way. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He is. He's just a little short dude.
No, he's funny.
He's awesome.
He does
cool.
a lot of things that I just love. Yesterday morning on my way in, I came down, I stopped at Price Chopper to get my almond milk for my coffee.
Oh, yeah.
At 5 a.m., and I come by All Around Power, 33 below yesterday morning.
Yep.
This morning, right now,
balmy.
We're at 12.
Yeah.
That's 45 degrees warmer than I saw yesterday. 40, that's the difference between 20 and 65,
I
or
know.
30 and 75. I mean, it's just crazy.
My wife sent me on an appointment in Westbrook yesterday morning at 9:30, and I thought you loved me. What are you doing sending me out to Westbrook in the cold this morning?
How cold was it?
By the time I got there at 9:30, it was 19 below.
Yeah.
Which, I actually shed the jacket. I got some Malibu rum. And
We've warmed up to 15 below. Man, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean,
downright balmy.
It has been cold.
It's been hard.
I've been telling everybody, by this time next week, it's going to be a nice thing.
Absolutely.
AccuWeather.com says we move into the 30s. By that first week of March, we're looking at lows down around 5 or 10, highs around 30.
We should do an over-under with you on what AccuWeather's doing. Over-under, just a little fun game we could do with
Well, that'd be
how
fun.
off they could be. But
Well, I mean,
anything above 20 to 30 below is all right with me.
Yeah, right now it feels balmy out there.
Yeah.
I've actually unzipped my fleece here. You see this?
Absolutely.
I'm feeling all
A little comfy.
I'm feeling all tropical here. Did you get your overhaul at your office all done?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Actually.
Is it all done?
It's all done.
I mean, it looks like nothing ever happened.
Looks like nothing. Actually, no. It definitely looks like something happened.
Well,
Looks
I mean,
like
if
we made
somebody
it look
walked
nice.
in there for the first time and they'd
They
never
would
seen it
never
before.
know.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
we actually had somebody walk in for the first time yesterday. It was a representative from a company who came in to meet with us, and they said, "Wow, this is one of the cleanest offices I've ever seen." I'm like, you should have been here a couple of weeks ago. And I'm not talking about the claim. I mean, we had a lot of file cabinets. This claim was great in some regard that it helped us really focus on, because we're there every day. And when you're someplace every day, you don't really think about the dynamics of it,
Right.
So we're there every day. But the claim really helped us take a look and say, well, we don't need this here, we don't need that there. And all new desks are in. That was the one thing that we wanted. And I will tell you that a claims process with us going through it was absolutely priceless.
Well, because you now are a victim.
Right. But it's important, we walk people through the claims process because we know in theory what that process entails.
Yeah.
And we know that it's never easy. Even in the best of circumstances, it's not easy because there's,
Because you have to file duplicate and triplicate copies of form number B37.
No. Once the claim is filed, it's ready to go.
Okay.
But if it's covered, it's covered, and they work through the process. But the period of restoration is out of the hands of your insurance company. That's between you and your contractor with the insurance company with the checkbook. And, they're working through the loss. So it's an inconvenient period of time, no matter how you shake it, because we are in a society where we want things now. We are an on-demand society.
It's a Facebook society. right?
Absolutely. So to see things progressing, while that's nice, it's still stressful.
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
And here's so when you're going through this process, did you find your damage? Here's what I would think would happen, and you correct me.
I will.
But you figure out what the damage is.
Yes.
The insurance company says, okay, here's what you have to spend. And then you have to find a contractor who can work within that guideline.
The way that data is now, it's very easy for companies to really have that set up. That's not always the case. In our case, what happened is the company said, this is what happened. It's covered, so get it dried out and get the repairs done.
But did you have to get 3 quotes on drying it out?
No.
Because some of this stuff is expensive.
It can really be expensive. What it's really about is insurance companies and the adjusters especially, they really work hard to get to know some of the providers out there, especially the dry-out companies, to try to mitigate, because there's really no cap on what they can charge.
So did they tell you which dry-out company to use?
No. We had absolute choice. which was awesome. And I like to back up and say that the insurance company, we were the tenant of the person who was insured. So they were the one getting worked with. But because we know insurance, obviously, we were probably a bigger player in the process. But it really has come out tremendously well. And I would encourage anyone to come on in, especially our clients, come on in and check it out. It's a different world. My dad came in and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm at the wrong place." And he walked out. But it really...
Wait, I should have flooded this place years ago.
It's been a great process. We're glad it's over. Where the roof has totally been corrected, so we will not have that problem again. And
So what one piece of advice, what one thing caught you by surprise would you take out of this and give to your clients?
oh my goodness gracious, I have so many.
We'll do one this week and one next week. That'll be our
stretch it
series.
out.
Yeah.
Really, it's just about being patient. That was my biggest shock, is that we talk to people through the claims process, but having to go through it, patience really is a virtue through this process.
And how long did just the dry out process take?
Dry out process took about a week and a half.
Oh, that's a long time.
Just because there was so much water, and then there was 2 levels that needed to be dried out.
So they run like dehumidifiers to pull all the moisture out of everything and blow that out. They probably have some sort of a vent line that runs out the door to vent that outside.
And they ran a line to our sink so that
All the water
all the
could-
moisture was getting drained out, and that thing was monstrous. That was a commercial grade dehumidifier. Yeah. Well, we talked that week. Remember when it was there? They'd say if I had a phone call, they'd put it on hold and go, "Hey, Mike," because they had to talk over the dehumidifier.
So after the dry out was done, then they had to start doing the asbestos mitigation. That's all the floor
that was
stuff.
the shocker. That was I guess that's the biggest takeaway. Expect the unexpected, because
No
that was a
one
period.
expects the
That was a
Spanish
period.
Inquisition.
Right. I mean, that was a period of discovery that just never ended. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, we have asbestos. How do we have asbestos in this place? But it was in the vinyl flooring. So it's just one of those things where you just have to ride the wave.
Be prepared.
Yep.
All
I will
right.
tell you that through the process, our landlord is awesome. They're awesome anyway. But then the insurance company was fantastic. The companies we worked with. At this point, I look back and go, that was easy.
All right. So do you have to have special insurance for that? Should people call you to make sure they're covered for that kind of thing?
My biggest recommendation is always understand the coverage you have. Right now a lot of folks are getting ice dams on their roofs. If you have anything less, and this is where you're going to chuckle, if you have anything less than a Form 3, if you have like a broad form, which is a Form 2, or a basic form, which is a Form 1, you will not have coverage.
Is there form stuff?
And I'm not making this up, and this is why insurance gets a bad name.
All right. So just for the record, an ice dam is not when you notice ice on your roof and go, "Damn!" All right. Good Policies is brought to you by the Barrett Insurance Agency. Call them 748-5224 online at thebarrettagency.com.
And on Facebook, Barrett Insurance Agency.
And we'll talk next week.
All right.